Interestingly, Shreyanshi, if you look at it, the defense, the tech, and even BFSI space would be in focus as things are evolving in the global macroscape. Looking at Russia, first of all, let's talk about the defense. It's one of the most important things in the relation with India. The defense imports, that level was almost 74% in the year 88, and after that, that has remained significant till 2012. There is a kind of a downtick coming in, but still it's important, major trading partner in the defense space. Let's look at the exports and the oil imports, how they have actually panned out, and as per report by Kotak Securities, exports over the last 24-25, these are the numbers if I'm looking at, that's the oil import that has significantly jumped up last 3 odd years, almost roughly 54 to 57 billion dollars of that coming in. Non-oil imports is still in single digits going ahead, but it's very important that oil also comes into this picture. But qualitatively, there are certain important points which I'd like to mention. Russia is India's 4th largest trading partner, and the trade volume is roughly $69 billion in FY25. US is the largest trading partner. That's roughly the double of the amount which I discussed. The disparity is far larger in terms of exports. Also, India's exports to US were roughly around $86.5 billion, and a $41 billion trade surplus is there with US, and that's the largest India has with any economy. India has a trade deficit of roughly $59 billion with Russia, the second largest deficit after China. And lastly, the trade surplus numbers, only 2 economies out of its top 15 trading partners which India has, and that is US and Netherlands. But let's just break into how the imports are actually panning out. These are the FY25 data I've taken in $1 million. Petroleum product leads the pack, followed by coal, edible agri oil, fertilizers, and the other segments. On the other hand, if you look at the exports from Russia, electronics, chemicals, pharma, and stones is something which we'll be watching out for. Now, the stocks which should be in focus, of course, are that India-Russian defense is likely for aircraft and S-400, where BL and HL are the stocks you should consider in the day's trade. And the nuclear announcement, if it comes, then BHEL would be in focus. Also, there are talks that even shrimps and BFSI companies might be in focus as we are focusing towards the de-dollarization. So this is the entire picture of the economic ties and the stocks which you should focus on today.
Well, absolutely. Thank you.